Hello, my beautiful friends. I got some feedback. I know Nav doesn't want to see me. That's fine. You don't have to see me. Ignore me. Others like seeing both me and the cards. The big concern, of course, is the wobbliness of the camera. So I am going to try not to wobble the camera. We'll see how that goes. So let's pick a rune and see what Spirit has in store for our meditation this evening. Uh, feel like if I don't touch the table, that is what helps this camera not bounce. So let's hope. So here's our Green Man Stone and our Iona stones. And our Icelandic stone. Let's turn on this thing. See, that helps a little bit better. Hopefully it's not too wobbly. I really can't tell when I'm doing this if it's wobbly or not. So Spirit, one stone for us to reflect on in tonight's journal meditation. All right. Ehwaz, which means it's a form of transportation. I'm going to pause here and just take a second to consider the stone, see what Spirit is having, what Spirit is saying to me, and we'll see how that goes. And hopefully this isn't wobbling around. So Ehwaz is similar to Rado. Rado means wagon wheel, where Ehwaz means transportation. And so it's like it's less about physical travel. Rado can mean physical travel or spiritual travel, but Ehwaz is more about spiritual travel. You're growing, you're making progress, things are moving along, and trust and change, and these are positive things. So it's a positive stone that just indicates that things are progressing. So somewhere in our life, we have something that's progressing that requires trust, trusting Spirit, trusting people that are involved in that. So I think that's pretty accurate for what I'm going through with the family, also with work and stuff like that. I think things are moving along the way that they're supposed to. And so today was a much better day, probably the first day in a few days where there wasn't a whole lot of stress going on. So that's good. I feel called to just read one deck. I'm going to read, hopefully the camera is not bouncing around. I feel called to read, I think Celtic Spirit is what's calling to me. Of course, it's the one on the bottom. I'm trying really hard not to wiggle the camera so that you're not bouncing around. We'll see how this goes. All right, so we have Celtic Spirit. So I'll put that right there. And we'll do 3 passes as we normally do. I moved away a little bit from the table so that I wouldn't be directly at the table, so I wouldn't shake the table, which I had, the camera is on a tripod, but clearly that wasn't preventing it from bouncing. So our first shuffle, our second shuffle, and maybe this will all be a sort of figured out when I move back up to my office. Right now we have the new cat in there because he keeps going after the other cats, but he's going to get his trouble puffs clipped and snipped. So hopefully that'll end the reign of terror that goes. He's such a sweet cat to humans. And I try to remember that every cat he's ever met has tried to take his girl or his food, so that's why he goes after my cats. But my youngest cat, Dirk, has never ever experienced angry cats before, so all right, 3 passes. See what Spirit has to say. Hopefully the camera's not bouncing. Okay, 3rd pass. Okay, nothing came out, so maybe Spirit did not want this deck to be read. I don't feel called to read another deck, so I think the message stands on its own. things are going the way they're supposed to go. Things are progressing. It's positive. Um, just keep going, keep doing, look over things as they are progressing in your life. They're going the way they're supposed to go. That's the message I'm getting. So I am wishing you all the best in light and love. Be well. Take care. Bye-bye.